you. Hello and welcome to the 77th Annual Golden Globe Awards, live from the Beverly Hilton Hotel here in Los Angeles. I'm Ricky Gervais, thank you. You'll be pleased to know this is the last time I'm hosting these awards, so I don't care anymore. I'm joking, I never did. NBC clearly don't care either, 5th time. So, I mean, Kevin Hart was fired from the Oscars because of some offensive tweets. Hello. Lucky for me, the Hollywood foreign press can barely speak English, and they've no idea what Twitter is. So I got offered this gig by fax. So let's go out with a bang. Let's have a laugh at your expense, shall we? Remember, they're just jokes. We're all gonna die soon, and there's no sequel. So, yeah, remember that. But you all look lovely, all dolled up. You came here in your limos. I came here in a limo tonight, and the license plate was made by Felicity Huffman. So, no, shush. It's her daughter I feel sorry for, okay? That must be the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to her. And her dad was in Wild Hogs. So, lots of big celebrities here tonight. I mean, legends, icons, yeah? Look, at this table alone, Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, but... Baby Yoda. Oh, that's Joe Pesci, sorry. I love you, man, don't have me whacked. But tonight isn't just about the people in front of the camera. In this room are some of the most important TV and film executives in the world. People from every background, but they all have one thing in common. They're all terrified of Ronan Farrow. He's coming for you. He's coming for you. Look, talking of all you perverts, it was a big year. It was a big year for paedophile movies. Surviving R. Kelly, Leaving Neverland, Two Popes. Shut up. Shut up. I don't care. I don't care. Many talented people of colour were snubbed in major categories. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. The Hollywood foreign press are all very, very racist. So, 5th time. So, we were going to do an in memoriam this year, but when I saw the list of people that had died, it wasn't diverse enough. It just, no. It was mostly white people, and I thought, nah, not on my watch. So, maybe next year. Let's see what happens. No one cares about movies anymore. No one goes to the cinema. No one really watches network TV. Everyone's watching Netflix. This show should just be me coming out going, well done, Netflix, you win everything. Good night. But no, we got to drag it out for 3 hours. You could binge watch the entire first season of Afterlife instead of watching this show. That's a show about a man who wants to kill himself because his wife dies of cancer, and it's still more fun than this, okay? Spoiler alert, season 2 is on the way, so in the end, he obviously didn't kill himself, just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up. I know he's your friend, but I don't care. You had to make your own way here in your own plane, didn't you? Right, but seriously, most films are awful, lazy, remakes, sequels. I've heard a rumour that there might be a sequel to Sophie's Choice. I mean, that'd just be Meryl Streep going, well, it's got to be this one then. All the best actors have jumped to Netflix and HBO, you know. And the actors who just do Hollywood movies now do fantasy adventure nonsense. They wear masks and capes and really tight costumes. Their job isn't acting anymore. It's going to the gym twice a day and taking steroids, really. Have we got an award for most ripped junkie? No. No point. We know he'd win that. Martin Scorsese, the greatest living director, made the news for his controversial comments about the Marvel franchise. He said they're not real cinema and they remind him of theme parks. I agree, although I don't know what he's doing hanging around theme parks. He's not big enough to go on the rides, is he? It's tiny. Right. The Irishman was amazing. It was amazing. It was. It was great. Long, but amazing. It wasn't the only epic movie. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, nearly 3 hours long. Leonardo DiCaprio attended the premiere, and by the end, his date was too old for him. So... Even Prince Andrew's like, come on, Leo, mate, you know. You're nearly 50, son. The world got to see James Corden as a fat pussy. He was also in the movie Cats, but no one saw that. And the reviews, oh, shocking. I saw one that said, this is the worst thing to happen to cats since dogs, right? But Dame Judi Dench defended the film, saying it was the role she was born to play, because she... I can't do this next joke. Because she loves nothing better than plonking herself down on the carpet, lifting her leg, and licking her own minge. Furball. She's old school. It's the last time, who cares? Oh. Apple roared into the TV game with a morning show. A superb drama, yeah. A superb drama about the importance of dignity and doing the right thing, made by a company that runs sweatshops in China. So, well, you say you're woke, but the companies you work for, I mean, unbelievable. Apple, Amazon, Disney. If ISIS started a streaming service, you'd call your agent, wouldn't you? So, if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and fuck off, okay? So... It's already 3 hours long. Right, let's do the first award. The first award. The first award is for Best Actor in a Television Series, Musical or Comedy. To present the award are a couple of actors off the telly, what can I say? Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon.
Oh, good morning.
It's the
evening. I know, I'm sorry. Good evening.
It's an honor for us to be here to present the first two awards of the evening.
First up, the nominees for Best Actor in a Television Series, Musical or Comedy.
Michael Douglas, The Kominsky Method.
Bill Hader, Barry.
Ben Platt, The Politician.
Paul Rudd, Living with Yourself.
Rami Youssef, Rami.
And the Golden Globe goes to...
Rami Youssef.
Well, yeah, so I would like to thank my God. Allahu Akbar. Thank you, God. This is thanks to God and Hulu. And Hulu, you guys, look, I know you guys haven't seen my show. Everyone's like, is this an editor? We made a very specific show about an Arab Muslim family living in New Jersey, and this means a lot to be recognized on this level. So I do want to thank everyone who's involved, my co-creators, producers, my family, my mom and dad. This means that my mom also, was rooting for Michael Douglas. So Egyptians love Michael Douglas. I don't know if you know this, but this means a lot. Thank you, HFPA. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
And now here are the nominees for the Best Actor in a Limited Series or Motion Picture made for television.
For Catch-22, Christopher Abbott. For The Spy, Sacha Baron Cohen. For The Loudest Voice, Russell Crowe. For Chernobyl, Jared Harris. Foxy Birdie, Sam Rockwell.
And the Golden Globe goes to
Russell Crowe, The Loudest Voice. Russell Crowe could not be here with us tonight because he is at home in Australia protecting his family from the devastating bushfires. He sent along this message in case he won. Make no mistake, the tragedy unfolding in Australia is climate change based. We need to act based on science, move our global workforce to renewable energy, and respect our planet for the unique and amazing place it is. That way, we all have a future. Thank you.
Our first nominated drama is set during the First World War. Two young British soldiers are given an impossible mission to deliver a message deep in enemy territory that will stop 1,600 men and one of the soldiers' brothers from walking straight into a deadly trap. Nominated for 3 Golden Globes, this is 1917.
You have a brother in the 2nd Battalion.
Yes, sir. Is he alive?
And with your help, I'd like to keep it that way. But they're walking into a trap. Your orders are to deliver a message calling off tomorrow morning's attack. If you don't, we will lose 1,600 men, your brother among them.
There is only one way this war ends. Last man standing.
Thank you. Okay, this motion picture is a musical fantasy about the amazing breakthrough years of this chart-topping global superstar.
It's also the story of a lifelong friendship and, I can't see it, and songwriting partnership with this Golden Globe legend.
Nominated for 3 Golden Globes, this is Rocket Man.
What did you say your name was again?
My name is...
Reggie!
Reginald Dwight. I'm thinking of changing my name to Elton.
But that's my name.
Yeah, I know.
Can you even play the piano in those? Don't you want to just sing without this ridiculous paraphernalia?
People don't pay to see Reg Dwight. They pay to see Elton John.
Maybe I should have tried to be more ordinary.
You were never ordinary.
What a shy little boy you were. Look at you now.
In a little while, we're going to see a short clip from The Irishman. It's 88 minutes long. In the meantime, here are Sofia Vergara and Matt Bomer.
There were so many reasons to watch television the past year. Some people watch to be entertained.
That was mine. It was
Take
your,
it. No,
go
that's-
ahead. No, I'm sorry. It was yours.
Some people watch to be entertained, others to escape from the news, most of us for a combination of the two.
And let's not forget 5 of the best reasons to watch the brilliance of these nominees for supporting actor in a series, limited series, or motion picture made for television.
And the Golden Globe goes to Stellan Skarsgård, Chernobyl.
I was so sure that I shouldn't win, so I already thanked everybody. I thanked the brilliant director, Joanne Rank, and Craig Mason for his great script, and all the producers from Sister Pictures and HBO, and everybody. I should, though, thank one person, and that is, Milos Forman said to me a couple of years ago, "Stellan, I've seen so many films with you, but I never remember your face." And I realized it was because I don't have any eyebrows. Nobody can tell if I'm angry or surprised. It's not like Colin Farrell. You can tell if he's angry 20 miles away. So, but for this film, Daniel Parker made a couple of eyebrows for me. And
Here are the nominees for Best Television Series Drama.
And the Golden Globes goes to Succession, HBO.
Thank you very much. Thank you to the Hollywood Foreign Press Association. Thanks to HBO for their tremendous support, to Richard Plepler, to Casey Belois, Francesca Rossi, and Nora Skinner, who've given us such good support. And for everyone else who works on the show, it's a team show, and I am here as the representative to accept it on behalf of all of us. So if you've ever appeared on the call sheet or in the titles of Succession. Congratulations, we've won a Golden Globe.
Welcome back. Still having a good time? Good. As you know, the meal tonight was all vegetables, as are the members of the Hollywood Foreign Press. Please welcome their president, Lorenzo Soria.
Ricky, you keep saying this is your last year hosting. For God's sake, please put it in writing. On behalf of the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, welcome. I'm honored to be here to celebrate and recognize extraordinary artists. You move us, you inspire us, you open us up to new perspectives. As we enter a new decade, and envision what our future holds, we know we can do better, that as an industry, as a collective, and as individuals, we have the power to make our every action count, to give purpose to everything we do. Thank you for joining us, and enjoy the show.
Michael. This next drama was brilliantly directed by my dear friend since his NYU film school days, Martin Scorsese. His epic saga chronicles the life of hitman Frank Sheehan and the disappearance of union boss Jimmy Hoffa, carried on the shoulders of Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and Joe Pesci. It's a tale of family, regret, the bonds we forge, and those we tragically allow to unravel. This is The Irishman.
I want you to meet my cousin, Russell Buffalino.
How are you? Hi, nice to meet you.
It was like the army. You followed orders, you got rewarded. Back then, there was nobody in this country who didn't know who Jimmy Hoffa was.
Hiya, Frank. Would you like to be a part of history?
I know things they don't know I know.
What else you say?
Either way, he's going.
I don't care whether you did it or not.
Right. What do you want to know? You want to know if I did it or not?
Good evening. Carrie and I are both very happy to be here.
We are. Some say this next group of nominees are either God-like dolls or a bunch of flea bags who are dead to me. Either way, they are all marvelously talented.
Here are the nominees for Best Actress in a TV series, musical, or comedy.
For Dead to Me, Christine Rachel Brosnan. Becoming a God in Central Florida, Kirsten Dunst. Natasha Lyonne.
And the Golden Globe goes to Phoebe Waller-Bridge for Fleabag.
God. Thank you so much to the HFPA for this. This is really heavy and cool. This really comes down to Andrew Scott, really, because that man... There was a lot of talk about the chemistry of us in the show, but really he can have chemistry with a pebble. So I love being Andrew's pebble in this, and thank you so much for bringing so much fire to this season. Thank you so much to Harry Bradbeer, my amazing director, who even when I was like, that's not how it's meant to be done, and he's like, do it my way, and he's right, and it really annoys me, because I'm meant to have been the writer. This has been so extraordinary, and I'd like to take this opportunity to take a very special thank you to our director of photography, Tony Miller, who made the show look like a movie with a budget of, well, thank you, Amazon and BBC, but quite a small budget. And he was always the person, he was the camera operator as well, so he was always the person I actually looked down the camera to. So I'd love to find a camera now to, thank you, Tony. We've finished that. And thank you so much to my agents and to Amazon and BBC, sincerely, for picking up this little scrap of a show and bringing it all the way here. This means the world to me. Thank you so much. Thank you.
The Golden Globes have a long history of recognizing the very best in international movies.
A Man and a Woman, Z, and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon are just a few of the classics that were named as Best Foreign Language Film. Here are this year's nominees.
And the Golden Globe goes to Parasite, South Korea.
Wow, amazing, unbelievable. Yeah, I'm foreign language filmmaker, so I have a translator here. Please understand. No. 그 자막, 서브타이틀의 장벽도 아니죠. 한 1인치 정도 되는 그 장벽을 뛰어넘으면 여러분들이 훨씬 더 많은 영화를 즐길 수 있습니다.
Once you overcome the 1-inch tall barrier of subtitles, you will be introduced to so many more amazing films.
오늘 함께 후보에 오른 알모도바르 그리고 많은 멋진 세계 영화 감독들과 같이 후보에 오를 수 있어서 너무 그 자체가 이미 영광이었고요.
Just being nominated along with fellow amazing international filmmakers was a huge honor.
I think we use only just once the language, the cinema. Thank you.
This year's Golden Globes ambassadors are two brothers who were chosen to highlight the HFPA's year-round philanthropic efforts. I am their biggest fan. In fact, I've known them all their lives. I'm thrilled to introduce my sons, Dylan and Paris.
Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Dad. Our parents taught us about the importance of giving back. 1 in 9 people around the world are hungry. Many of them are children. That is why our cause is FEED, an organization that helps tackle childhood hood hunger.
FEED has provided more than 100 million school meals to children around the world and in the U.S. since 2007. And we are looking forward to raising awareness for this important issue. From the both of us, thank you for this honor.
And speaking of opening our hearts, all of us at the Golden Globes and the HFPA send our thoughts to the people affected by the bushfires in Australia. Stay strong. We're with you. God bless.
Hello. How are you guys? The Carol Burnett Award is given to someone who, like its namesake, Carol Burnett, has given us decades of laughter, tears, and a new sense of what's possible. So I would like to read a list of things that tonight's recipient, Ellen DeGeneres, has personally given me. And some of these are spiritual, and some of them are pieces of clothing I got to keep after doing impressions of her on her talk show. A roadmap for a way to be funny that is grounded in an expression of joy. 2 pairs of Stan Smith sneakers. That's one of the close ones. A desire to bring everyone together by laughing about the things that we have in common. My best collared shirts. A sense of self. I have to explain that one more. In 1997, when Ellen's sitcom was at the height of its popularity, I was in my mother's basement lifting weights in front of the mirror and thinking, am I gay? And I was. And I still am. And but that's a very scary thing to suddenly know about yourself. It's sort of like doing 23andMe and discovering that you have alien DNA. And the only thing that made it less scary was seeing Ellen on TV. She risked her entire life and her entire career in order to tell the truth, and she suffered greatly for it. Of course, attitudes change, but only because brave people like Ellen jump into the fire to make them change. And if I hadn't seen her on TV, I would have thought, oh, I could never be on TV. They don't let LGBTQ people on TV. And more than that, I would have gone on thinking that I was an alien and that I maybe didn't even have a right to be here. So thank you, Ellen, for giving me a shot. A shot at a good life, and thank you also for the sweater with the picture of the baby goat on it. Let's take a look at her career.
When we try on shoes, we do things we're never going to do in them. We stand up. These are good. These are good. These are good. I like these.
Please give a warm welcome to Ellen DeGeneres.
You have to stay in shape, though, don't you? Yeah. You know, my grandmother started walking 5 miles a day when she was 60. She's 93 today, and we don't know where the hell she is.
This is her first appearance on network television. Ellen DeGeneres.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Please welcome Ellen DeGeneres.
Margot, you need to calm down.
Not there, that's for company. I mean, what is wrong? Why do I have to be so ashamed? I mean, why can't I just say the truth? Susan, I'm gay.
For the first time, the lead character in a primetime show will reveal herself to be gay. And oh boy, has the world been talking about that.
It was called the puppy episode because we wanted to keep it a secret until it aired, and because Ellen throws her career away seemed too on the nose.
I lost my sitcom when I came out. The same people who loved me overnight just hated me.
There's only one place to go after that, and that is world domination. So
turn off the news, turn on Ellen. feel better.
It's true, they say we use 10% of our brain. And I think, imagine what we could accomplish if we used the other 60%. Do you know what I'm saying?
For every person that gets dunked, we will donate $10,000 for breast cancer research.
For me, the most important thing in your life is to live your life with integrity.
What? That's funny. Yes, put that in. Yes, yes, yes.
The goal of the Ellen Fund is to save a species on the brink of extinction.
It's been amazing. A dream come true.
This is very exciting to be hosting Saturday Night Live. This is a thrill for me to be hosting the Grammy Awards. Welcome to the Oscars. What would bug the Taliban more than seeing a gay woman in a suit surrounded by Jews? It's my happy place. We want to give each one of you a 4-year scholarship. It's a nice.
Ellen inspires us to be better. One joke, one dance at a time.
Hello. I'm
Darling!
I thank you and I celebrate you all.
No, I've still got a lot of fire left in me.
It's my honor to present the Carol Burnett Award for Excellence in Television to Ellen DeGeneres.
Thank you so much. You never know where life takes you, huh? Before I say anything, Australia, I love you. My heart goes out to everyone who is suffering in Australia, all the animals that we've lost. Kate, you're incredible, and thank you so much. I know how hard, I hate being asked to do things like this, so thank you for doing this. Thank you for flying here. Thank you for writing something. Thank you for that amazing, the words that you said. Thank you so much. I love you. I love you. Thank you so much to the Hollywood Foreign Press. I feel humbled and honored to receive this. The first person after Carol Burnett is quite an honor, so thank you so much. It's a prestigious award, and what I like most about it is that I knew coming in I would win. Because, I mean, there's nothing worse than sitting there, like most of you, waiting and wondering if you're going to win, and politely acting like, oh, I'm going to listen to everybody's speeches like it's nice, and it's not. Because people just go on and 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 on, and you're like, oh, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be quick. Although I don't have to, because it's a special award, and they don't play me off. I mean, I don't have to end at all because it's a special award. But they said they were going to give me a sign at 25 minutes, but that's for my reference, just to see where I was. But I could go on. I'm not. I'm going to keep it quick. I was born in New Orleans in 1958, January 26th. Dr. Swanson delivered me at 8:43 in the morning. A rainy, and not, I mean, Louisiana, heavy rain. My parents drove me home in a Buick. I think it was a Buick. It could have been a Ford or a Chrysler. It was a Buick. I think it was a Buick. The point is, they brought me home in a car. And before I knew it, I had a successful sitcom, and I came out. And then I lost that sitcom. And then I got another sitcom, and I lost that sitcom too. And then I got to do something that I'd never been able to do before, and that is make my own whiskey. And after that, I got a talk show, and I was able to be myself. And that was 17 years ago. And I feel like you've all really gotten to know me over the past 17 years. I am an open book. And I couldn't have done it without my husband, Mark. Mark, you are my rock. Thank you for supporting me through this crazy journey. I know it wasn't easy for you or the kids. Rupert and Fiona, go to bed. I love you. That's funny, because they're in college now. But the point is, you all know me. And obviously you know me, or else you wouldn't have laughed at all that. I feel like we all think we know someone. There's a connection when we watch someone on TV for as long as we are on TV. And that's what it was like for me with Carol Burnett. I felt like I knew her. I felt like she showed us who she was every week. She was larger than life. She was... We counted on her to make us feel good, and she delivered every single week. She never let us down. She was hilarious in all the sketches that she did, and when she did the Q&A with the audience, she was just genuine and personal, and I always felt like she was speaking to me. When, at the end of the show, every time she pulled her ear, I knew she was saying, "It's okay, I'm gay too." Thank you. Television, it inspired it influenced everything that I am today. Lucille Ball, Mary Tyler Moore, Marlo Thomas, Dick Van Dyke, Bob Newhart, Mannix. There's a little bit of all of them in me. That doesn't sound right, but you know what I'm saying. All I've ever wanted to do is make people feel good and laugh, and there is no greater feeling than when someone tells me that I've made their day better with my show, or that I've helped them get through a sickness or a hard time in their lives. But the real power of television for me is that, not that people watch my show, but people watch my show and then they're inspired to go out and do the same thing in their own lives. They make people laugh or be kind or help someone that's less fortunate than themselves. And that is the power of television, and I'm so, so grateful to be a part of it. Thank you so much, everybody.
Hello, we're back. Knives Out has 3 nominations tonight. Yeah. See what can happen if you don't dress people up as cats? It's that easy. Here are 2 of the nominated stars, Ana de Armas and Daniel Craig.
Our next comedy is a modern take on the whodunit. When a renowned crime novelist is found dead at his estate, a debonair detective arrives to investigate.
He must sift through a dysfunctional family, devoted staff, a web of red herrings and self-serving lies to uncover the truth. Nominated for 3 Golden Globes, this is Knives Out.
I just buried my father, who committed suicide. Why are you here?
I suspect foul play.
Was Harlan planning on cutting off Joni?
Did he plan to fire Walter? Is Richard having an affair?
That's some heavy-duty conjecture.
Go! Are you flooring it?
I am literally flooring it!
I think you have something you want to tell me.
Yeah, showbiz. Look at that. All I can say when I look at this room is I'm wearing more makeup than a corpse.
So many great actors have brought home a Golden Globe for Best Actor in a TV drama.
And I would have looked them up, but the Wi-Fi sucks back there. It's not from Apple. There was no Apple products back there. Tim, that's what it is anyway. Let's focus on these year's nominees, and here they are.
Great.
For Succession, Brian Cox.
And the Golden Globe goes to Brian Cox for Succession.
Hi. I'm sorry. I mean, this kind of event does your head in. No, it really does. It does your head in. And first of all, I want to apologize to my fellow nominees for winning this. I mean, I'm sorry. And that's all I can say. I'm sorry. But I never expected this. And I've been in this business, well, next year I've been in this business for 60 years. And I mean, I started when I was 2, but and I just never thought this would ever happen to me. So I'm a wee bit shocked. And I just want to say that it wouldn't have happened if I hadn't worked with the most extraordinary bunch of people ever. The cast and the crew of Succession. And our genius, Jesse Armstrong, you saw him just now. An incredibly modest man, but man, what a talent, what a gift. I mean, and he's inspired us to do the best work, and there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it when you've got a showrunner who comes along and says, and you know, empowers you to do your best work. So thank you, Jesse, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have had this. So thank you. And thank you, everybody. Also, I want to thank my family for forbearance, and my lovely wife, who's here tonight, for putting up with me for all this crappy time. Thank you.
This year saw an abundance of memorable films, each of which started with a magnificent script.
And each of those scripts came from the mind of an extraordinary writer. Here are the nominations for Best Screenplay.
And the Golden Globe goes to Quentin Tarantino, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Wow, I can't believe I won over Steve Zalian. I gotta tell you that. I mean, I think it was only Margot giving me the award that was the mojo that pushed it over the edge. Congratulations, dudes. This is really lovely. I want to dedicate this award to the Dean of Screenwriters, Robert Bolt. And my favorite screenwriter growing up that made me want to be a screenwriter was John Milius. And John Milius' hero was Robert Bolt. So I'm pushing it back to Milius to Bolt, right here, right now. Normally the thing is when I win a writing award and you don't share the script with somebody else, you write it by yourself, you kind of don't really have anybody to thank. I did it. But this time, more than usually most, I had a fantastic cast. And it's not just the BS fantastic cast. It was a fantastic cast that took it from the page and had to add a slightly different layer than what was just on the page. Whether it was Leo in the trailer, whether it's Brad having his acid flashback, acid trip, or Margot's just truly goodness. Just the goodness that comes out of her that put more goodness in a movie than I've ever been involved in. And that goes down to everybody, all the way down to little Julia Butters, God bless her little heart. So I want to thank you so much. And my wife, who's watching from Tel Aviv, who's pregnant with my very first child. Tada, Geveret, I love you.
Amy and I are excited about this next category because we both love animation.
Speak for yourself, Taylor. I like movies about people, by people.
Wait, who do you think makes animated films?
Tiny mice during the night. Duh.
It makes sense. Here are the nominees for the Best Motion Picture Animated.
Into the unknown. And the Golden Globe goes to
Missing Link.
Just where that river flows. Yeah, all I see that's guiding me is the fuzz on the end of my nose. Oh, but I believe in destiny or whatever it is that brought a friend like you to me. So we say, da-dee-dee, da-dee-do, doo-dee-doo, da-da-doo-doo, da-dee-dee, da-dee-doo, doo-dee-doo, da-da-doo-doo, da-dee-dee, doo-dee-doo, da-dee-doo, da-da-doo-doo.
Well, I'm flabbergasted. So thank you to the HFPA. Thank you to, it takes a lot of people to make one of these movies. There was 450 talented artists, craftspeople, technicians, engineers who made this movie possible. Human beings. Thank you to Ariane Sutner, my producer. Thank you to Travis Knight for making this possible. And thank you, all of you. I am genuinely shocked.
We love you.
Thank you
so much.
The next nominee for Motion Picture Comedy is a film that celebrates movies in a time of change.
Set in 1969, Los Angeles, it is the story of the enduring friendship between an actor and his stunt double. When I asked Quentin how he wanted us to play two aging movie guys who were on their way out, he said, "Just be yourselves." Nominated for 5 Golden Globes.
The ninth film from Quentin Tarantino, this is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
We've reached the end of the trail, Cliff.
Take my hand in yours. Walk with me this day. In my heart I know I will never stray.
You're Rick Dalton. Don't you forget it.
Their performances were brilliant, and every moment they were on screen was mesmerizing. Here are the nominees for Best Supporting Actress in a Motion Picture.
Richard Jewell, Kathy Bates. Annette Bening. Kristen, Nora Dillon. Jennifer Lopez. Aisha, Margot Robbie.
And the Golden Globe goes to Laura Dern.
Thank you. Thank you, Hollywood Foreign Press. My first time here, I was 14 years old. It's a great honor to be with you again tonight and to share this evening with extraordinary fellow actors who I so admire. Thank you for your incredible work. We long to be of service to give voice to the voiceless. And thanks to the brilliant Noah Baumbach, I got to do just that. Give voice, pay tribute to the divorce lawyer. Long overdue. So, thank you, Noah, for your seamless perfection, your guidance, your mentorship forever. Thank you to the most amazing cast, the dream cast of Adam and Scarlett and Alan and Ray and Julie and Merritt and Eji and everyone that worked on this film, our crew. To the incredible Netflix, our fearless leaders, to Scott, to the ever kind-hearted nobleman, the British Ted, to our amazing tribe. And I just want to say, I feel so blessed to be part of a film that, yes, tells the story of a family finding their way for their child through the end of a marriage, but the global look that Noah takes at what divisiveness is and how we must all come together as one for the sake of something greater, perhaps our planet even. So thank you so much, Noah, for the most incredible ride ever. All my love, thank you all.
Wow, you look amazing tonight, baby. I'm so glad we could get out of the house, be at this beautiful party.
Yeah, well, nice try, Nick, but this does not count as date night, clearly.
Fair point. Here are the nominees for Best TV Series, Musical, or Comedy.
And the Golden Globe goes to Fleabag, Prime Video.
thank you so much. To the HFPA again, thank you. This is literally the gang that made it. And just want to say a huge, huge thank you to everyone for supporting us so much. And we have such an incredible cast, and everyone poured so much into this show, so much heart and so much love. And we all, it's a bit gross, but we all became best friends. Which is ironic because the show's about such a lonely lady. So this means a huge amount to all of us. Thank you to Amazon and to the BBC for picking us up and bringing us so far and giving us so much space to create something we really, really wanted to create and to say all the things that no one else would let us say and do. So thank you for that. Personally, I'd like to also thank Obama for putting us on his list. And as some of you may know, he's always been on mine. And if you don't get that joke, please watch season 1 of Fleabag really, really quickly. Okay, thank you so much. This means the world to us. Thank you. Good night.
Oh, wow, that's it. Here are the nominees for Best Original Song. I see you.
And the Golden Globe goes to I'm Gonna Love Me Again, Rocket Man. Music and lyrics by
Okay, I'm going to say something. All right, thank you, Hollywood Foreign Press. You know, this is really sweet because this is not just about a song we wrote for a movie. This is a song we wrote for a movie which deals with our relationship. And it's a relationship that doesn't happen very much in this town. It's a 52-year-old marriage. So thank you.
Thank you to all my fellow nominees, who are all great songwriters. It's very humbling, and to the Hollywood Foreign Press, to everybody who worked on Rocket Man, to Giles Martin, who made the record with Greg Kurstin, to Taron, who helped me sing it, to everyone involved, to David, to Matthew, to Dexter, our director, to Paramount, everyone involved in this film. It was one of the most emotional moments of my life. And to win this, it's the first time I've ever won an award with him. Ever. We never won a Grammy, we never did anything together except for this, and I'm so happy. Thank you very much.
The hero of this next movie is a naive, misguided child who spreads Nazi propaganda and only has imaginary friends. His name is Mark Zuckerberg. Oh, sorry. Sorry, this is an old intro for the Social Network. I'm actually talking about Jojo Rabbit. It's nominated for 2 Golden Globes and is directed by its star, the brilliant and groundbreaking Taika Waititi. Here it is.
Today, you boys will be involved in such activities as 4 games.
I don't think I can do this.
Ross? Of course you can.
You know what I am? Say it. A Jew. Gesundheit. I'm the enemy. You're not a Nazi, Jojo. You're a 10-year-old kid. Nothing makes sense anymore. Yeah, I know. It's definitely not a good time to be a Nazi.
Hello, welcome back. I've got nothing negative to say about these next 2 presenters because the big one could snap me in half. So please welcome Zoe Kravitz and Jason Momoa.
The nominees in this category are among the greatest talents in this generation.
Or any generation. They are the nominees for Best Actress in a Supporting Role in a Series, Limited Series, or Motion Picture Made for Television.
For the act, Patricia Arquette. Helena Bonham Carter. Toni Collette. Little Rise, Meryl Streep. Children, Emily Bronson.
And the Golden Globe goes to Patricia Arquette.
Thank you so much. It's a wonderful surprise. Thank you to my fellow nominees, to the Hollywood Foreign Press, and to UCP, and to Hulu. To Joey King, my phenomenal co-star. I love you so much. You're a gift. Incredible talent. To my kids, to my agent and manager. And I'm so grateful to be here and celebrate this, but also I know tonight, January 5th, 2020, we're not going to look back on this night in the history books. We will see a country on the brink of war, the United States of America, a president tweeting out a threat of 52 bombs, including cultural sites, young people risking their lives, traveling across the world, people not knowing if bombs are going to drop on their kids' heads, and the continent of Australia on fire. So while I love my kids so much, I beg of us all to give them a better world. For our kids and their kids, we have to vote in 2020, and we have to beg and plead for everyone we know to vote in 2020. Thank you.
And now here are the nominees for Best Actress in a TV Series Drama.
For the morning show, Jennifer Aniston. Olivia Colman. Jodie Comer. Little Rise, Nicole Kidman. Reese Witherspoon.
And the Golden Globe goes to Olivia Colman, The Crown.
Hello. Thank you so much. I said I had money on this not happening. For the last year, I feel like I've been living someone else's life, and now I feel like I've definitely won someone else's award. Thank you so much, HFPA and Netflix and Left Bank, and I've had the loveliest time doing this, and to all my fellow nominees, who are all just marvelous. I don't know what to say because I'd already got a little bit boozy because I thought this wasn't going to happen. So, thank you. Completely stumped. And Fleabag, yay. And everyone here, honestly, sitting there and watching everybody, it's so exciting. We've gone, look who it is, look who's there. So thank you for having us. Thank you for having me. I've had such a lovely time. Thank you very much.
When I was 8 years old, growing up on a farm in South Africa, my 3 most prized possessions were my ballet shoes, my pet goat, and my VHS cassette of Splash. Kids, you can Google that, what a VHS is. I watched that Splash cassette so many times, the actual ribbon broke, and I fixed it with a piece of Scotch tape, like I was performing surgery on it. There was this filthy duck pond on our farm that I would splash around, waiting for Tom to rescue me and show me Manhattan. I was in love. Rita, you should file a restraining order against me. They call Tom an everyman, and while Tom does give us the chance to see ourselves on screen, he also gives us something more profound. He presents a vision of who we could be. Tom gave me one of my first roles when he directed That Thing You Do. I remember my audition. After my first read, I thought I completely blew it. I didn't know where I was or who I was, and I had somehow forgotten to breathe. And Tom just kindly looked at me, took a beat, and said, "I'm so sorry, Charlize. Do you mind just giving me 5 minutes? I have to step out. I'll be right back, and then we'll do that scene again." Tom didn't need 5 minutes. I needed 5 minutes. Those 5 minutes were a gift to me because he saw a nervous, sweaty young actress failing to mask a panic attack in a thick South African accent. That's the kind of man he is. This is why we love Tom. He stands for all the qualities we aspire to, both on screen and off. He gives us enough laughter to weather our storms. And while there may be no crying in baseball, he has made easy work of breaking our hearts and stealing our tears. The most undeniable thing that can be said about Tom Hanks is both deceptively simple and yet overwhelmingly true. He just makes the world a better place.
love.
It's me. It's Josh.
You can't imagine how excited I am to finally meet you. My name's Forrest Gump.
I'm David Pumpkins. I wasn't always this way, to be sure. I used to be the way I used to be before.
My mom always said you got to put the past behind you before you can move on. What's my destiny, Mom?
You're gonna have to figure that out for yourself.
How do we sift truth from belief? How do we write our own histories? Tonight, this will be our quest.
Oh. All my life, I've been waiting for someone, and when I find her, she's a fish.
Maggie, my wife, she made everything beautiful.
Could it be that you need someone just as much as Jonah does?
Shall we?
Are you crying?
No.
There's no crying. There's no crying in baseball.
Get ready for a little choke, fellas. Houston, we have a problem.
Well, then we've got to do something.
Yeah, sure. You go ahead. Melt him with your scary laser. FBI! I'll tell you what I am sure of. You're gonna get caught.
I want to call a truce.
No truce. You will go to prison. Where did you think this was going?
You wouldn't match by any chance, would you?
There's a 2-centimeter laceration on the left eyebrow. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
Wouldn't you be more comfortable in a research room?
No. Would it make you more comfortable? Every now and again, you get to be a part of justice being done. So you rationalize making the choice between the mission and the myth. What makes us both Americans? Just one thing. One. The rule book. We call it the Constitution, and we agree to the rules, and that's what makes us Americans.
Can you honestly tell me that this will do no damage to the United States if you publish?
Yes.
You're sure about that?
No! That's why I called you guys. Hello, neighbor.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Hanks!
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Thank you. Most of the people in this room, I would pay to see them get their cars washed. So, to be up here, and can I just say honestly, really, can I tell the truth now? Can I just see a show of hands? How many people in this room have a clip package that includes the Love Boat? Anybody? Well, you, Charlize? No? Well, you missed out. There you go, Kathy. There you go. And what do we have? Love, exciting, and you. Climb aboard. I have a cold the size of Merv Griffin's Jeopardy royalties. So forgive me, I've been drinking an awful lot of savagely orange drinks for the last 24 hours. and I'm a little jittery. A man is... Sorry. A man is blessed. A man is blessed with a family sitting down front like that. A wife who is fantastic in every way, who has taught me what love is. 5 kids who are braver and stronger and wiser than their old man is. And a loving group of people who have put away with me being away months and months and months at a time. Of course, otherwise I wouldn't be standing here if they didn't have to put up with that. So I can't tell you how much your love means to me. So that's the wife and kids. You know, you're a dope if you don't steal from everybody you have ever worked with. And I have stolen from the likes of the people that only need one name, you know, like Meryl, like Denzel, like Antonio, like Meg, like Julia, like Sally Field, even though that's 2 names, it's still one. But I have also been made better by watching the examples of some of the greatest actors that have ever walked the stage. Peter Scolari and Holland Taylor 1,000,000 years ago. Robin Wright, Barkhad Abdi, believe it or not, who was in his very first film, was so very much an artist, there was no doubt about it. And Charlize, who actually is one of those one-word names. The reason I had to leave the room for 5 minutes was to go in and tell all the other producers that this woman that I'm auditioning right now is going to be in this movie somehow, so we got to figure out how it's going to work. And she was. I have never not been challenged or flummoxed or lost sleep because of the work that I was asked of me by the directors that I've worked with, every single one of them, the screenwriters that I've worked with, every single one of them, and there's been Nora and Penny, Mari of late, there's Stephen and Ron, Paul, Bob, the list goes on, Clint, the list goes on, and every one of those guys at some point or another came up to me in the course of a day and said, tomorrow, if you don't do your job really well, we don't have a movie. And this is a thing that happens with actors at some point. On a movie is made shot by shot. Everybody knows that. Lena Wertmuller knows it. Marty Scorsese knows it. Jackie Chan knows that a movie is made shot by shot. And at that moment, what is required is everybody has to do their job to their perfection. They have to hit a mark, and they have to go there. Sometimes the movie rests on the shoulders of the makeup artist who put on Stella Skarsgård's eyebrows. Sometimes it's the focus puller that if it isn't sharp, you don't have it, and it shows up and you have to do it all over again. But it's those moments as an actor where everybody I have ever worked with has helped me get to that place. Sometimes it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and sometimes it's 11 at night, in which you just have to somehow put it all together, have faith in what the process is, and go there. 1,000 years ago, in 1977, when I was an intern at the Great Lakes Shakespeare Festival, my first professional job, we all got yelled at by Dan Sullivan, the director. We had partied a little bit too much the night before. We were showing up for rehearsals, and he screamed at us. Well, he did actually scream at us. He said, hey, look, you guys, you actors, you know what your job is? You know what your job is? You have got to show up on time, and you have to know the text, and you have to have a head full of ideas. Otherwise, I can't do my job. That was the greatest lesson a young actor could possibly ever get. First of all, the head full of ideas. Bring anything. Try anything. They might not use it. If it stinks, they won't use it. Am I right, Marty Scorsese? If it's not good, boy, let's see the outtakes from that movie, by the way. Knowing the text, and it's not just your lines, it's the whole thing. It's the red dot. It's the theme of the movie. You've got to know it. You might not be right in what the opinion that you bring to it, but you've got to come at it with some direction. And as Charlize might know, and some of the other people who've worked with us through the Playtone galaxy of stars, showing up on time is one of the greatest liberating acts you can give yourself in a movie. That means those people with radios in the ears don't need to knock on your door and say they're ready for you. You're actually already ready, and you have the liberty and you have the freedom of being there early enough to settle down, because when the time comes, you have to hit the marks and you have to go there. There is a saying in motion pictures back when it was shot on film that you could not move on to the next scene until the gate was good. The film went through the little, let me explain it to the kids at home. The film went through a shutter and it had to go through the gate. And sometimes a piece of film would fall off, a hair or speck of dust would be there on the negative, and the shot would be ruined because you couldn't save it in the lab. The gate had to be good before you could move on. Cecil B. DeMille himself up in that voice of God chair. Now, all right, that's wonderful. Cut. Check the gate. He'd say something like that, and then they would check the gate, and if the gate was good, then you moved on. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the cold that is making this happen. I swear to God, I'm not nearly this emotional at home. Well, thank you, HFPA. Thank you all here. Thank you all for all your inspiration and all of your work and all of the struggle that you guys all go through in order to hit the marks and tell the truth. I have checked the gate. The gate is good. Thank you.
Amazing. A lot of controversy about our next category. No female directors were nominated this year. Not one. I mean, that's bad. I've had a word with the Hollywood Foreign Press, and they've guaranteed that will never happen again. No, because working with all the major studios, they've agreed to go back the way things were a few years ago, when they didn't even hire women directors, and that will solve the problem. You're welcome. And now, please welcome two nominees tonight, Helen Mirren, and from the movie Pain and Glory, Antonio Banderas.
A legend.
A maverick.
A master of two genres.
A new voice.
And a bold risk taker. 5 directors, all are magnificent storytellers, and each will influence filmmakers for generations to come.
They are the nominees for Best Director.
And the Golden Globe goes to Sam Mendes for 1917.
Goodness me. That is a big surprise. Thank you very much. Can I just say there's not one director in this room, not one director in the world that is not in the shadow of Martin Scorsese. I just have to say that. Too many people to thank. Everyone at Universal, everyone at Amblin, everyone at New Republic, 3 extraordinary producers, Pippa, Jane Ann, Callum, 2 extraordinary young actors, George and Dean, who are there. We built this movie around you. Thank you. An incredible cast and crew, Dennis Gassner, production designer, Lee Smith, and, of course, the great Roger Deakins, without whom we couldn't possibly have made this film. I also want to take a leaf out of Tom Hanks' book. I want to say thank you to my wife, Ali, for her love and support, without whom I would never even have sat down to write this. And finally, I'd like to dedicate this to my grandfather, Alfred Hubert Mendez, who inspired this film. He signed up for the First World War. He was age 17. And I hope he's looking down on us. And I fervently hope it never, ever happens again. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you. There are a lot of Australians in the room tonight, and I know we're all very grateful for the call-outs to our fellow compatriots who are suffering under the bushfires. So thank you. I would just like to amplify that by saying I wanted to do a special call-out to the volunteer firefighters who have been at the centre of battling the climate disaster that is facing Australia. And of course, when one country faces a climate disaster, we all face a climate disaster, so we're in it together. So thank you very much. And our next motion picture, drama, is a gritty and original character study that holds a mirror up to our society and disturbingly reflects on our times. Directed by Todd Phillips, it stars Joaquin Phoenix in a mesmerizing, jaw-dropping, and from an actor's perspective, utterly inspiring performance as a man struggling in a world lacking empathy and humanity. It's nominated for 4 Golden Globes. This is Joker.
What's your name?
My name's Arthur.
Well, there's something special about you, Arthur, I could tell.
For my whole life, I didn't know if I even really existed. But I do. And people are starting to notice.
I learned something while shooting our new movie together.
Yes, we learned that some people find one of our accents hard to understand.
But I really been working on it. And here are the nominees for Best Actress in a Limited Series of a Motion Picture Made for TV. And the Golden Globe goes to Michelle Williams.
Thank you so much, first of all, to my Fosse Verdon family and to the Hollywood Foreign Press Association. When you put this in someone's hands, you're acknowledging the choices that they make as an actor, moment by moment, scene by scene, day by day, but you're also acknowledging the choices they make as a person. the education they pursued, the training they sought, the hours they put in. I'm grateful for the acknowledgement of the choices I've made, and I'm also grateful to have lived at a moment in our society where choice exists, because as women and as girls, things can happen to our bodies that are not our choice. I've tried my very best to live a life of my own making, and not just a series of events that happened to me, but one that I could stand back and look at and recognize my handwriting all over, sometimes messy and scrawling, sometimes careful and precise, but one that I had carved with my own hand, and I wouldn't have been able to do this without employing a woman's right to choose. To choose when to have my children and with whom, when I felt supported and able to balance our lives, knowing, as all mothers know, that the scales must and will tip towards our children. Now, I know my choices might look different than yours, but thank God, or whomever you pray to, that we live in a country founded on the principle that I am free to live by my faith, and you are free to live by yours. So, women 18 to 118, when it is time to vote, please do so in your own self-interest. It's what men have been doing for years. It's what men have been doing for years, which is why the world looks so much like them. But don't forget, we are the largest voting body in this country. Let's make it look more like us. Tommy and Matilda, I can't wait to come home to you.
I'm about that women's choice.
It's my turn.
Go ahead.
Okay. And now, here are the honorees for the best lemonade cereal or Munchin pigeon made for television.
Muy bueno, girl. I understood everything you said.
So did Sofia Vergara. And the Golden Globe goes to
Chernobyl!
Hi, I'm Jane Featherstone. Thank you to the HFPA. Thank you to HBO. See, Ricky, it's not all about Netflix. Sorry, Netflix. Thank you to Sky Atlantic. Thank you to Sister Pictures, Mighty Mint. Thank you to the cities of Vilnius and Kiev for being so hospitable. Thank you to our Ukrainian crews, our Lithuanian crews, our Swedish crews, our French crews, our English crews. Craig, your script posed the question, what is the cost of lies? And that question becomes more relevant with each passing day's news cycle. The people of the Ukraine and the Belarus bore the brunt of this catastrophe, and they shielded millions of people from its worst effects at the cost of their own lives. Chernobyl is dedicated to their courage and sacrifice.
The next nominated motion picture comedy is a real-life story of Rudy Ray Moore, a comedy legend and a pioneer of rap.
He proved naysayers wrong when his hilarious, raunchy, kung fu fighting alter ego, Dolomite, became a 1970s recording sensation and a blaxploitation phenomenon.
Nominated for 2 Golden Globes, here's Eddie Murphy and the all-star cast of Dolomite Is My Name.
Yeah, baby.
Let's bring Dolomite to the screen. All my life, people been telling me no.
Sometimes our dreams just don't come true.
Dolomite is my name.
What planet is this cat on?
If this thing flops, you're gonna be working for free for the rest of your life.
I'm so grateful for what you did for me, because I never seen nobody that looks like me up there on that big screen.
I want you to live the life that you love and love the life that you live. Was it good as Shaft?
These nominated composers are an international array hailing from the US, France, the UK, and Iceland.
Here are the nominees for Best Original Score.
And the Golden Globe goes to Hildur Guðnadóttir for the Joker.
Yes.
Wow. I thought they forgot the music.
Wow, this is truly, I'm speechless. This is unbelievable. Thank you, Hollywood Foreign Press. Thank you, Todd, for inviting me on the journey of the lifetime, for all the trust and your faith and your openness. Thank you, Joaquin, for making my job really easy with a spectacular, unbelievable performance. It's mind-blowing. Thank you, Jason Ruder, music editor, for your fantastic job. Truly incredible. Conductor, Jeff Atmadjian, my brothers, Gunnar Tines, Thorin Guðnason, my agent, Patty, of course, my incredible family, my mother, my husband, score producer, Sam, my beautiful son, Kári. Þessi er fyrir þig.
Here are the nominees for supporting actor in a motion picture.
For A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, Tom Hanks.
And the Golden Globe goes to Brad Pitt. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Holy moly.
Thank you so much. Thank you to the
eclectic and ever-raucous Hollywood Foreign Press Association. You know, when I was starting out, these names that were just listed, Pacino, Pesci, Hanks, and my de facto mentor from afar, Sir Tony Hopkins, wherever you are, Tony, you know I love you. Were like gods to me, and this is an honor in itself, and all my respect sincerely. I have to start by thanking the man himself, Mr. Quentin Tarantino. The man, the myth, the legend, for this experience, for the film, one I'll never forget. I thank you, my brother. I really appreciate it. I also have to thank my partner in crime, LDC. You know, before The Revenant, I used to watch, you know, year after year, his co-stars accept awards and get up and thank him profusely. I know why. He's an all-star, he's a gent, and I wouldn't be here without you, man. I thank you. Still, I would have shared the raft. Oh man, there's so many names, so many people I want to thank from this film who all gave their very best. I'm going to say thank you. I'm going to squeeze it down to our producers, Shannon McIntosh, David Heyman. I want to thank Tom Rothman for his big balls taking on this film and the Sony machine. I have some people I love who've been my friends for decades. Cynthia Pett, Jeannie Black, Brian Lord, John Liebman, who's not here. And I want to say hi to my folks, because, hey, they're back in the Ozarks. I wanted to bring my mom, but I couldn't because any woman I stand next to, they say I'm dating, and just be awkward. All right, thank you. Hey, if you see a chance to be kind to someone tomorrow, take it. I think we need it.
James Bond.
The Nutty Professor.
J. Edgar Hoover.
Elton John.
What do all these have in common?
They were all Halloween costumes worn by Roman Griffin Davis.
Here are the nominees for Best Actor in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. And a Golden Globe goes to Taron Egerton, Rocketman.
I really wish I'd written something. Okay, I'm so honored to be nominated alongside a bunch of legitimate icons and also Roman, who is the sweetest kid, and it was an incredible performance in JoJo, and I'm honored to be nominated alongside you two.
Go on, Roman.
This role has changed my life. It's been the best experience of my life. I am so proud of the film. Everyone standing up for Elton and Bernie earlier. It's just such a joyous thing, and we've loved every second. I've got a few thank yous. First of all, to my friend Dexter Fletcher. for making a movie that I will be proud of for the rest of my life. I love you like a brother. To Matthew Vaughn for consistently giving me opportunity after opportunity and for always championing me in my career. To Adam Bowling for being the glue that held this production together. To my incredible team, Mick Sullivan, Michael Cooper, Lindsay McGuire, Robin Baum, Jason Sloan, thank you so, so much. Lindy King, who's also here, thank you. Okay, hang on. Richard Mann and Jamie Bell, the best wingmen you could ever hope for. And also David Furnish for allowing me to believe I was the man to play your husband. Bernie Taupin for being as lovely a man as you are, a legend. To Giles Martin for making me believe I could sing all this. To Jim Giannopoulos, Wick Godfrey, everyone at Paramount, I love you all, especially the marketing team, thank you. And finally, to Elton John, thank you for the music, thank you for living a life less ordinary, and thank you for being my friend. Finally, oh yeah, that just flashing at me, my mother is in here somewhere. This one's for you, ma'am.
And now, here are the nominees for Best Actress in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy.
And the Golden Globe goes to Awkwafina, The Farewell.
This is great. Thank you. If anything, if I fall upon hard times, we can sell this, so that's good. First of all, thank you so much to the Hollywood Foreign Press. I've never been to the Golden Globes, so I'm here now, and it's this, and it's great. I'd like to thank everyone at A24. Yes. Peter Saraf, Danny Malia of Big Beach, and Andrew Miano. I'd like to thank the woman who plays my grandma in The Farewell, Zhao Shuzhen. Zhao Lao Shi. Thank you. And most importantly, to Lulu Wong, our incredible director. You gave me this chance, the chance of a lifetime, and you taught me so much. And just filming the story, being with you is incredible. I'd like to dedicate this to my dad, Wally. I told you I'd get a job, Dad. And to my grandma, my best friend, the woman who raised me, and to my mother, Tia, who I always hoped was watching from somewhere above, and I hope that she's watching now. Thank you all. Thank you.
In our next motion picture drama, a stage director and his actor wife struggle through a grueling coast-to-coast divorce that pushes them to their personal extremes.
It's an incisive and compassionate and beautiful look at a marriage coming apart and a family staying together. Nominated for 6 Golden Globes, this is Marriage Story.
Charlie and I are getting a divorce, Mom. You can't be friends with him anymore. Gee, Mom!
Charlie Bird!
How are you doing? I realized I didn't ever really come alive for myself. I was just feeding his aliveness.
I'll never get to really be his parent again. He needs to know that I fought for him.
It's not as simple as not being in love anymore.
Eventually, it'll be the two of you having to figure this out together.
Good evening. Inspired by true events and heartwarmingly directed by my friend, Fernando Morales, the next drama follows one of the most intense power transitions in the last 2,000 years. Traditionalist Pope Benedict and reformist Pope Francis confront their pasts and find common ground as they forge a future for the Catholic Church. Nominated for 4 Golden Globes, this is The Two Popes.
Popes can't resign. If you do this, you will damage the papacy forever.
I can no longer sit on the chair of St. Peter.
You're mistaken. You are...
Silence! I cannot play this role anymore. You're the right person. Church needs to change, and you could be that change.
It could never be me.
Being Pope, you must remember that you are not God. You're only human.
We are here to present the nominees for Best Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy.
My God, you are good looking. It's really something. I love everything that is going on here.
Thank you.
The hair, the beard. Thank you. It's a real privilege.
Thank you. Well, can I keep going?
It would be a real shame if you didn't continue.
Here are the nominees for Best Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy.
You smell amazing, by the way. And it's not cologne. You smell great.
Thank you so much. And the Golden Globe goes to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood!
Sir Quentin is nothing if unpredictable. A few seconds ago, he told me I was going to speak. So, a million thanks to everybody who worked on the film in front of and behind the camera. A big thanks to our patron, Tom Rothman. A big thanks to Maestro, Mr. Quentin Tarantino. Quentin said before I started the film, he said, I want you to have such a good time on this film that the next film's going to be miserable. He wasn't wrong. Thank you, Quentin.
I am so deeply honored to be here tonight. Here are the nominees for the Best Actor in a Motion Picture Drama.
Ford versus Ferrari, Christian Bale. Taylor Glory, Antonio Banderas. Love Story, Adam Driver. Joaquin Phoenix. The Two Heights, Jonathan Pryce.
And the Golden Globe goes to Joaquin Phoenix.
Hi. First, I'd like to thank the Hollywood Foreign Press for recognizing and acknowledging the link between animal agriculture and climate change. It's a very bold move, making tonight plant-based, and it really sends a powerful message. To my fellow nominees, we all know there's no fucking competition between us. It's like this thing that is created to sell advertisements for the TV show. I'm inspired by you. I'm your fucking student. I can't believe the beautiful, mesmerizing, unique work that you've all done this year. And I know people say this, but I really do feel honored to be mentioned with you. Some of you I reached out to personally. Some I'm still a little too intimidated by, even though we share the same agent. Hi, Christian. You're not here, but that's it. And Todd, you were such an amazing friend and collaborator, and you convinced me to do this movie, and you encouraged me to give everything and to be sincere, and I'm such a pain in the ass. I cannot believe you put up with me. I'm so indebted to you. Rooney, I love you. Contrary to popular belief, I don't want to rock the boat, but the boat is fucking rocked. And it's really nice that so many people have come up and sent their well wishes to Australia, but we have to do more than that, right? It's such a beautiful gesture. And I have not always been a virtuous man. I'm learning so much, and so many of you in this room have given me multiple opportunities to try to get it right, and I'm deeply grateful. But I think together, hopefully, we can be unified and actually make some changes. It's great to vote, but sometimes we have to take that responsibility on ourselves and make changes and sacrifices in our own lives. And I hope that we can do that. We don't have to take private jets to Palm Springs for the awards sometimes or back, please. And I'll try to do better, and I hope you will too. Thank you so much for putting up with me. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for this night and all of you. Thank you.
Each of the nominees in this next category
gave us powerful and truly memorable performances. Here are the nominees for Best Actress in a Motion Picture. Drama. And the Golden Globe goes to Renee Zellweger.
Clang, clang, clang went the trolley. Ding, ding, ding went the bell. Sing, sing, sing went my heartstrings. From the moment I saw him, I fell. Chug, chug, chug went the motor. Bum, bum,
Thank you. Wow, I really am up here. Well, hi, everybody. It's nice to see you. Y'all look pretty good 17 years later. Thank you to the HFPA for inviting me back to the family reunion, especially with all these extraordinary ladies this year. I mean it, your work moves me. It moves me, and I've been cheering for y'all from theater seats for a long time. Being on a list with you is cool. Who thanks their agents first? Me, Kevin Huvain, Brian Lord, Peter Levine, Nicole Perna, Dom, Appel, Macy, John Carabino. My partners in crime, I just have to thank you for always reminding me that the talk doesn't matter. It's the journey that matters. And the work that matters. Thank you for always saying, just do the work, Renee, just do the work. Thank you. And this film, my goodness, Rupert Gould, brilliant director, thank you. Thank you to David Livingstone for that first call, Cameron. A lot of people, I'm gonna try and squeeze it. BBC Films for making it. Gosh, Jeremy for all those prosthetics, you were just incredible. Matt Dinkley, Maestro, Eric Vitro, Gary Katona, Jeff Foster, Paul, all you guys kicking me in the pants, make me try a little bit harder. Jesse Buckley, Finn Whitrock. Finn Whitrock and Rufus, I have to tell you, celebrating one of the great icons of our time with you has been one of my great life blessings. And the conversations that I have had with people internationally who just want to express their love for Judy Garland and tell about the great personal significance of her legacy and her humanity has been a great reminder that the choices that we make matter. What we make matters, and how we choose to honor each other in our lifetimes can matter a great deal down the road. Thank you so much, everybody. It's nice to see you. I'm honored. Thank you.
Kill me. We're nearly done. Jesus. It's already 3. Right, last one, come on guys. Our next presenter starred in Netflix's Bird Box, a movie where people survive by acting like they don't see a thing. Sort of like working for Harvey Weinstein. You did it, I didn't, you did it. Shut the fuck up. Please welcome Sandra Bullock.
This evening, we've seen highlights from the 5 truly great films nominated for Best Motion Picture Drama. Once again, here are the nominees. And the Golden Globe goes to 1917.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you so much. This is a huge, huge thing. This is a huge thing for this movie. It opens in a week wide. It's difficult to make movies without big movie stars in the leads and get people to come and see it in a cinema. And I really hope this means that people will turn up and see it on a big screen for which it was intended. I want to say thank you to Christy Wilson-Cairns, my co-writer, Tom Newman for his incredible score, 3 extraordinary producers, and to the HFPO for this and for what you've given to this movie. Thank you so very, very much.
That's it. Good night. Thank you. Please donate to Australia. Have a great time. Get drunk. Take your drugs.